His eyes behold a planet unknown. Just shake this planet's soil. Now the rain has come to end. Has life again destroyed life? Do they play elsewhere? Do they know more than their childhood games? Maybe the lizard's shed its tail. This is the end. Dead. Fall down the leaves and shoot his tail. This is the end of man's long love. From life alone to life as one. Think not now, your journey's done. For though your ship be sturdy, no mercy has the sea. Will you survive on the ocean of the end? Come ancient children, you say, this is my parting counsel for you and your way. Sadly now your thoughts turn to the stars. Evening. Thank you.
Lights.
Wrong. We'd now like to take you into the English Channel, where it's cold and wet. The lady sits in the middle wearing this strange garment. Oops. The voice of Britain. Can you tell me where my country lies? Cried the unicorn to his true love's eyes. It lies with me, cried the Queen of Maybe, for her merchandise he traded in his prize. Paper late, cried a voice in the crowd. Old man dies, the note he left was signed Old Father Thames. It seems he drowned, selling England by the pound. Citizens of hope and glory, time goes by, it's the time of your life. Easy now, sit you down, chewing through their wimpy dreams. They eat without a sound, digesting England by the pound. Young man says you are what you eat well. Old man says you are what you wear, well. You know what you are, you don't give a dare. Bursting your belt, that is your homemade sham. The captain leads his dance right on through the night. Join the dance, follow on to the crimson sits in the mold. Follow on to the gold is gold, dancing out with the moonlit night. Knights of the Queen shield stand and shout. fat old lady outside the saloon, laying out a credit card, she plays Fortuna. The deck is uneven right from the start. All of the hands are playing a part. The captain leads his dance right on through the night. Join the dance, run along to the clear sunset, sing the moon. You're the show, off we go with you. Play the hobby horse, I'll play the fool. We'll tease the bull, we can loud and loud, loud and loud. Follow on to the clear sunset, sing the moon. Follow on to the gold is gold. Dancing out with the moonlit night. Knights of the Queen, she'll stamp and shout.
Thank you.
Now I'd like to take you to a strange gentleman who had the unfortunate name of Romeo. The number is called The Cinema Show. from work, our Juliet clears her morning meal. She dabs her skin with pretty smells, concealing to appeal. I will make my bed, she said, but time to go. Can she be late for a cinema show? Cinema show. Romeo locks his basement flat and scuttles up the stair. With head held high and floral tie, a weekend millionaire. I will make my bed with her tonight, he cries. Can he fail, armed with his chocolate surprise? Take a little trip back with Father Tiresias. Listen to the old one speak of all he has lived through. I have crossed between the poles. For me there's no mystery. Once a man like the sea I raged. Once a woman like the earth I gave. But there is in fact more earth than sea. Father Tiresias. Listen to the old one speak of all he has lived through. I have crossed between the poles. For me there's no mystery. Once a man like the sea I raged. Once a woman like the earth I gave. But there is in fact more earth than the sea. You like to, I take you. Don't make them straws like they used to. A little further, agriculturally speaking, to Knocking Off Time for the Cosmic Lawnmower.
It's 1 o'clock and time for lunch. Pom-de-dum-de-dum. When the sun beats down and I lie on the bench, I can always hear them talk.
There's always been Ethel. Jacob, wake up, you got to tidy your room now. And then Mr. Lewis, isn't it time that he was out on his own? Over the garden wall, 2 little lovebirds, cuckoo, keep them more blades sharp. I know what I like, and I like what I do. Getting better in your wardrobe, stepping one beyond your shoes. Sunday night, Mr. Farmer called, said, listen son, you're wasting time. There's a future for you in the fire escape trade. Come up to town. But I remember the voice from the past. Gambling only pays when you're winning. I don't think cold Miss Moore took the school in a fade. Keep them more blade sharp. I know what I like, and I like what I know. Getting better in your wardrobe, stepping one beyond your shoes. There I go, what I like, and I like what I do. Getting better in your wardrobe, stepping one beyond your shoes.
When the sun beats down and I lie on the bench, I can always hear them talk. Me? I'm just a lawnmower. You can tell me by the way I walk.
Yeah.
There were in the valley 5 rivers. To this very mouth or Firth of the Fifth we now take you.
The path is clear, though no eyes can see. The course laid down long before. And so with gods and men, the sheep remain inside their pen, though many times they've seen the way to leave. He rides majestic past homes of men who care not or gaze with joy to see reflected there the trees, the sky, the lily fair. The sea now death is lying just below. Mountain cuts off the town from view, like a cancer growth is removed by skill. Then you reveal a waterfall is magical, an inland sea is simple. Na, 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 na. On dino songs, urge to say raison, till you by the sirens cry. fortune has found another soul. And so with gods and men, the sheep remain inside their pen until the shepherd leads his flock away. The sands of time were below by the river of constant change.
Go. And now, if we may return you once more to the peaceful English game of croquet. There, little Henry is proceeding with his stroke, and little Cynthia nips up behind him.
Dead.
But he grew wings and flew all the way upwards, only to be rejected by St. Peter and told he had to return as an old man to continue his life. All this would take place on the opening by Cynthia of his old musical box.
Play me old King Cola, that I may join with you. All your hearts now seem so far from me. It hardly seems to matter now. And the nurse will tell you lies of a kingdom beyond the skies. But I am lost within this half world. It hardly seems to matter now. Play me my song. Play me my song. Once again. Just a little bit more time. Time left to live out my life. La 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 la.
play me my song. Play me my song.
Was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. So he called for his pipe, and he called for his bow, and he called for his fiddlers three. Tick-tock, on the mantelpiece, and I want, and I feel, and I touch, and I know. She's a lady, she's got time. No brush back your hair. It let me get to know your face. She's a lady, she is mine. Oh, brush back your hair and let me get to know your flesh. be waiting here for so long. And all this time that passed me by, it doesn't seem to matter now. You stand there with your fixed expression, casting doubt on all I have to say. Why don't you touch me? Touch me, why don't you touch me? Touch me, touch me now, 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 now. Now, 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 now. Now, 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 now. Now, 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 now.
Merci bien, mesdames et messieurs. Maintenant, nous présentons pour vous ce soir Michael et Philippe ici.
A little less like a painter with the jacket on, you see, that explains it. If anybody was bothered. Yes, it's called More For Me.
In my wild away mornings since you've gone, too long have I lain alone, not knowing which way to turn. And there you are, quite sure that you were right, knowing full well that I'd be the first one to go down, and you'd be the one who was laughing, except when things weren't going your way. And then the lady would say that she's had enough, wandering around on her own. The day you left, well, I think you knew you'd not be back. Well, at least it would seem that way, because you never said goodbye. But when it comes around to you and me, I'm sure it will work out alright. And you'll be the one who was laughing, giving me something I don't need. And you know I'd always hold you, keep you warm. Oh, more for me. your love. Yes, I'm sure it will work out alright.
Thank you.
Along the forest road, there's hundreds of cars, luxury cars. Each has got its load of convertible bars, cutlery cars, superstars. For today is the day when they sort it out, if they disagree on a gangland down the road. Disagree on a gangland. There's Willie Rod to his voice, one hand of the noise. That's Billy's boy, with bully fashion mugs. That's little John Stokes, the barking slugs, super smugs. For today is the day when we sort it out. Christian soldiers fight to protect the poor. Eastern heroes got to scorn the battle of Epping Forest. Yes, it's the battle of Epping Forest, right outside your door. You ain't seen nothing like it. No, you ain't seen nothing like it, not since the Civil War. Over the hill, the boys have built on Johnny's land stand very still. The referees shout, they all start a cloud. There's no guns in this gentleman's bout. And Georgie moves in on the outside left, the chain flying round his head. And Howard Deal, who's still not quite sure, nips up the near end. You call the captain. Above the crowd, inside the silver cloud, turn proud, the bold and brazen brass, seen darkly through the glass.
The butler's got jam on his rolls. Roy doles out the lot with tea from a silver pot, just like any picnic.
It's far to form when you're right. He made his pile on Derby night when Billy was a kid. Walking the streets, the other kids hid, so they did. And now, after working hard at security trade, he's got it made. The shops that need aid, those that haven't paid. I'll do my double show quick. Sit make the click, fresh out the nick. I so cheap all day. The minute they leave, and the visit I pay. Does he pay? Ooh. And his friend, liquid land by name of wine, women, ones was flames, breaking the legs of the bastard that got me fright. I'll break the legs of the bastard that got me fright.
Reverend, when I entered the church on stage. My employers have changed, but the name has remained. It all began when I went to the door trying to find some furniture, followed a sign, said beautiful chest, led to a lady who showed me her best. She was taken by surprise when I quickly closed my eyes. Quick as hell, she rang the bell, and Bob the Knob came out on his job to see what the trouble was. Louise is so never and hard to please. Perhaps, sir, if it's not too late, we could interest you in our old-fashioned style for play. Oh, no, not me. I'm a man of repute. But the devil caught hold of my soul, and a voice called out, shoot! To save my steeple, I visited people for this I'd gone. When I met little John, his name came. I understood when the judge said, you are a Robin Hood. He told me of his strange foundation, conceived outside of the Woodstock nation, that to hide his reputation. When Paul to salvation from dawn to dawn, but now with a pin-up guru every week, was love, peace, truth incorporated for all who seek. Floyd is a common mechanic with overall charms. His hands were then fit to receive. That's why we're in the battle of Epping Forest. Yes, it's the battle of Epping Forest, right outside your door. You ain't seen nothing like it. No, you ain't seen nothing like it. Not since the Civil War. Civil War. In with the left hook is the best no green butcher, but he's countered on the right by mixed chain gang fight. And liquid Lynn with his smash bottle men, he's lobbying Bob the Knob across the goal. When his kids are in a mess, Bob seems under stress, but Jones and Joe kids live right in the bug. And how do you know? We're still not quite sure. Buzz acorns from out his field. Up above the crowd, inside the silver cloud, done proud, the bold embrace brass, seen darkly through the glass. The butler's got jam on his rolls, Roy, dolls,
out the lot with tea from a silver cup, just like me picnic. It's all through. All they can see is the morning glow. The still one left alive must be a draw. So the black cat baron tossed a coin to settle the score.
Old Henry walked past the pet shop, which was never open, into the park, which was never closed. And the park was full of a very smooth, clean, green grass. Sir Henry took off all his clothes and began rubbing his flesh into the wet, clean, green grass. He accompanied himself with a little tune. Went like this.
Phil? Sorry, man. Really sorry, man. There's people out there. I know, man. I'm really sorry, everybody. I wasn't paying attention to what you were saying. I'm at your will. What's it? What? Oh, that's it! Hey!
Beneath the ground, the dirty, brown, writhing things called worms interpreted the pitter-patter from above as rainfall. Rainfall in worm world means two things: mating and bath time. Both of these experiences were thoroughly enjoyable to the worm colony. Within seconds, the entire surface of the park was a mass of dirty, brown, soggy, writhing forms. He was still pleased, old Michael, and he began whistling a tune this time to accompany himself. Right? Jerusalem boogie to us, perhaps, but to the birds it meant that supper was ready.
Walking across the sitting room, I turn the television off. Sitting beside you, I look into your eyes as the sound of motor cars fades in the nighttime. I swear I saw your face change. It didn't seem quite right. And it's hello, babe, with your guardian eyes so blue. Hey, my baby, don't you know our love is true? Coming closer with our eyes, a distance falls around our bodies. Out in the garden, the moon seems very bright. 6 saintly shrouded men move across the lawn slowly. The 7th walks in front with a cross held high in hand. And it's hello, babe, your supper's waiting for you. Hey, my baby, don't you know our love is true? I've been so far from here, far from your warm arms. It's good to feel you again. It's been a long, long time. Farmer who looks after the farm with water clear. He cares for his harvest. I know a fireman who looks after the fire. Can't you see he's who you are? Feelings on our faces while our faces took a rest. We walked across the fields to see the children of the West. We saw a host of dark-skinned warriors standing still below the ground.
wandering in the chaos the battle has left. We climb up a mountain of human flesh to a plateau of green grass and green trees full of life. A young figure sits still by a pool. He's been stamped human bacon by some butchery tool. He is you. Social security took care of his lad. We watch in reverence as Narcissus is turned to a flower.
A flower?
Go down to Willow Farm to look for butterflies, butterflies, butterflies. Open your eyes. It's full of surprise. Everyone nice as the fox in the rocks. The musical box. Yes! There's mom and dad, a good and bad. Everyone's happy to be here. There's Winston Churchill dressed in rag. He used to be a British flag. Plastic bag, what a drag. The frog was a prince. The prince was a brick. Brick was an egg. The egg was a bird. Haven't you heard? Oh! We're happy as fish and gorgeous as geese. Wonderfully clean in the morning. We've got everything. We're growing everything. We got some in, we got some out. Got some wild things floating about. Everyone, we're changing everyone. You name them all, we've had them here. And the real stars are still to appear. All change. Feel your body melt. Mum to mum to mouth to dad. Dad to the office, dad to the office. You're all for them all. Dad to down to num to mum. Mum to the washing, mum to the washing. You're all for them all. Let me hear you lads, living this up to the Mama, I want you now. And as you listen to my voice, to look for hidden doors, tidy floors, more applause. You've been here all the time. But you're not, that what you got, you're under the soil. The soil, the soil. It's deep in the soil. The soil, the soil, the soil, the soil. The soil will end with a whistle, end with a bang. All of us put in our places. your night so blue. Hey, my baby, don't you know our love is true? I've been so far from here, far from your love. I've come to feel our souls tonight. Shedding ever-changing colors in the darkness of the fading light. Like the river joins the ocean as the drum in the sea grows with violin and freight to the best world. There's an angel standing in the sun. And he's crying with a loud voice. This is the supper of the mighty one. Lord of lords, King of kings, has returned to lead his children home, to take them to the new Jerusalem. Thank you. Good night.